Hello there, welcome back to another episode of World of Tanks with Gamey Titan. And interestingly enough, they spelt the season for Valour the American way. But if you look at the webpage, the Tankopedia for the Valour T95 FE4201 Chieftain, it's spelt the English way. And since it's an English tank, I really think the whole thing should have been spelt the English way. You know. Anyway, that's another day, another thing. Just a bit of a spelling gripe on my part. Since I'm Irish and we use essentially British English spelling. However, the Valour, the tank itself, the last season's big giveaway tank, and I believe the second last tank in my current bout of first look at thing that I started several months ago, and I've been busily working my way through ever since. I really have nothing bad to say about this tank. I love this tank. I mean, I think it's a great tank. I don't think it's overpowered in the way that I think the T95 E6 is, but I think it's an excellent tank. It's mobile, it's got very good turret armor, it's got decent gun handling for a heavy tank. It has a very punchy, heavy gun. And did I say it? Yes, it is pretty mobile as well. And it's got a good view range. I mean, for a heavy tank, it's actually pretty good view range. You will see a lot of things that shoot at you. Not everything, but you will see a lot of things that shoot at you. And that is actually quite a good thing. Now, I am pushing out, maybe not very aggressively, but I will be soon. Because I think, well, actually the team is doing the right thing. I'm not out here on my own. Because it's not possible, in my opinion, to defend the town in Heilbronn from within the town. The problem generally is that you won't have enough tanks shooting back at any given attack vector. Because the enemy will have the initiative completely if you stay in the town. And teams tend to do so. This obviously is before the crossplay, so this is, I think, Xbox only. But the other thing, of course, is that if you don't push out of the town, you don't give view range to the guys that are behind you. So this tank is now pushed. We're in a forward position. We're going to get view range on enemies that shoot at us. And anybody who's in a position to shoot at us down here is going to be in a position to be shot at from the tanks in the town that are behind me. There's actually quite a lot of tanks heading this way. Possibly because they've seen we've made some progress, which is good, because I think you generally don't make progress in the northern end. Just too much open ground. And this is actually a pretty decent tank for this kind of work. It's good, well armoured. As I said, it has pretty decent view range for a heavy tank, and you know, people who shoot at the turret will take a lot of punishment and bounce a lot of shots. And then if somebody gets too close, the gun is a very punishing gun. It's got quite a high alpha, particularly for British tanks. I'm not sure of the Chieftain, actually. I haven't played the Chieftain that much. It's certainly one of the higher alphas of British tanks that I'm familiar with. In terms of the heavy tanks, I think it is actually higher alpha than the Chieftain. I think the Chieftain's the same gun as the rest of them. The Royal Ordnance 120mm. Anyway, the gun here is pretty punchy as well. And a decent enough rate of fire for a gun, for a big gun. So the trouble is we are racking up the spotting hits, but not as much as I'd like. And I can't push up the ridgeline. Well, I could, but the thing is, I'd be very much exposing myself down to anybody to the north of me, and there's bound to be somebody down there. So I'm beginning to think that I might relocate from this location, especially since we have tanks along this section of the ridgeline. Anyway, so enemy are not just likely to YOLO across against one tank to overwhelm the position, because if they do, there's like, what, 5 tanks behind me? And another 4 to the north of my position. Although, you know, we've picked up a few more assisted damage. And that assisted damage is actually the last hit was a big one, I think. Because the numbers have gone up quite considerably. There are bigger guns getting involved in the game. So there's a Conqueror down there. I'm not spotted at the moment, so I kind of had a feeling that if I was going to pull back and just get over this ridgeline, I might be able to manage it. Ooh, I've been spotted. A little too early than I would have hoped. Somebody just whizzed a shot, bounced a shot. Did very well actually to get in here without... I think everybody just auto-aimed. Yes, that one was nasty, alright. Didn't do much damage, but took out my engine. And as per usual, we failed to penetrate the side of an ST1. They are just tough tanks. Probably firing a little too high, hitting the wheels of the spaced armour above the side of the tank. Now there's somebody shooting me down there. I'm going to back off from this position. Yep, he's on that ridgeline. Just bounced a shot there off the top, and it's a tank destroyer or a medium tank. Well, there's no tank destroyers left in the enemy team, so it has to be a medium tank. However, the enemy position has deteriorated quite rapidly while all this was going on. They're down a considerable number of tanks at this point. There are 5 tanks down overall. The ST1 should be really pulling back rather than pushing forward. He's a one-shot kill for anyone who gets the shot off. Couldn't stop my finger pulling the trigger. Although I didn't get the shot off first, and they're down another couple of tanks. We're now 7 tanks up. Pretty much on a roll at this stage. There's the guy that was shooting at me, the 907. The only one who's done damage to me, I'd say really. Yeah, I'd say it was him that did most of the damage. And we might as well push forward. There's nothing to be lost anymore. We want to polish up our damage score a little bit more. We just want a few more. Another shot into somebody would, I think, push me over the fire for effect limit. And this guy is not running away. He's fighting back. He's holding his position, which is probably a mistake on his part. If he pulled back to his nearest friends, he might be able to do that little bit more damage. However, we're not going to say complain or say no about it, because it gives me a chance to get damage done at very low risk. And we just get the shot in. A bit of a low roll, but you know, we were pushing through a lot of armour there. Probably took the sting out of the round. And he's still not run away, so it's only a matter of who gets him now, really. Other people are pushing forward, so I'm going to let them take the hit, and then I get my shot in. Got a round in. Will I get a second round in? Possibly. Looking likely. No. Just beaten to the punch there, and there's only 3 tanks remaining. One guy's under fire. He's caught against the back of the hill. He's not going to last very long down there, because his retreat is uphill. There's no effective way of escaping. And there he goes. There's only... oh, he's not dead yet. So only 3 enemies left. We haven't found the other 2. Oh yeah, we found this chieftain. Chieftain and the artillery. Artillery still to be found. Don't know if I'll get a shot in here. But yes, the Valour. Lovely tank. I quite enjoy it. If it comes up again, I would recommend it. Definitely. There's a Centurion coming around to our side. I might actually get a shot here. Polish up my score a little bit, and we actually get the kill. And the artillery goes at around the same time, so that's it. Game over. So I have nothing bad to say about this tank, really. I have loved and enjoyed every game that I've had in it. I think it's a pretty decent tank. It's probably the best of the British heavies, even over the Tech 3 tanks. And yeah, even over the Chieftain, I think it's a better tank. Or it has more advantages. We came number 2 by experience, and that Progetto did actually really well. It's a pretty good score. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please press like, comment, share. It really helps the channel out. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. I will catch you all again soon. Bye for now.